Three paintings that are not what they seem. Number 1, Café Terrace at Night by Vincent van Gogh. This famous painting by Van Gogh may hold deeper meaning than what is visible at first glance. We see a café terrace in a quaint cobblestoned French town, populated with people sitting at small round tables under a night sky dotted with bright stars. A few years ago, the scholar Jared Baxter argued that this painting might be alluding to a biblical event, namely the Last Supper. In the very center of the terrace, we see a standing figure with long hair, dressed in white, surrounded by 12 figures. In other words, what could be a possible allusion to Christ and his 12 disciples. A single lantern seen above contributes to the luminous yellow, suggestive of a halo that seems to embrace the entire cast of the Last Supper, apart from a shadowed figure seen to the left who's exiting the terrace, Judas. The window panes behind the central figure dressed in white form a very prominent cross, as if to further suggest the presence of God, and a second, smaller cross is visible further to the right. Van Gogh was deeply religious, and allusions to religion can often be spotted in his artworks, so Baxter's claim is very possible and quite likely. Number 2, Broken Eggs by Jean-Baptiste Greuze. Contrary to what its title suggests, this painting is not about broken eggshells, it's about and lost virginity. In moralizing genre paintings, particularly in Dutch and French traditions, broken eggshells were often used to symbolize lost virginity. Here, 4 eggs have fallen from a young servant girl's basket. She sits despondently in the foreground, gazing at the broken shells in dismay. Her loosely clasped hands and deflated posture suggest defeated acceptance. The broken eggs are the topic of the elderly woman and young man's discussion. The elderly woman points to them whilst simultaneously clasping the man's left hand. He, in the midst of concealing his face in shame, is likely the culprit. To the right, a young child attempts to repair a 5th broken egg, an impossible task that highlights the irreversibility of the young girl's fate. Number 3, The Beheading of St. John the Baptist by Caravaggio. This is more than just a painting of a saint's imminent beheading. It may be Caravaggio's painterly confession to having killed a man. The artwork depicts the moment in which St. John the Baptist was executed as per the orders of King Herod. The executioner stands predatorily over St. John and pushes his head violently into the ground. To the left, Salome holds a golden platter that will soon carry the saint's severed head. With his hands tied behind his back and his lamb lifeless beneath his cloak, St. John is helpless in the last moments of his life. A pool of blood spills from his severed neck, and from the blood stems the following words: F. Michelangelo, in other words, Caravaggio's signature. His full name was Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio. This is the only time that Caravaggio ever signed one of his paintings, and the signature itself is so seamlessly interconnected with the blood of a murdered man. Surely this is no accidental placement. In light of the murder Caravaggio committed just 2 years prior, some scholars have argued that this signature, Fecit Michelangelo, which translates to I, Michelangelo, did this, is not just an acknowledgement of having painted this work, but also an act of contrition and confession.